Before you spend your next quarter, stop and watch this. That ordinary US coin in your pocket could hide an incredible history or even a rare collectible worth far more than face value. In today's video, on Welcome to ARY Coins News, we'll reveal the top 5 USA state dollar coins' secrets, history, rarity, hidden errors, and collector value behind one amazing American coin. Stay until the end, because your next coin could be the one everyone is searching for. Let's get started. 1976 Drummer Boy Quarter Dollar is one of the most famous commemorative coins ever issued by the United States. Officially known as the United States Bicentennial Quarter, it was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the independence of the United States. Instead of the usual eagle design found on earlier quarters, this special coin features a colonial drummer carrying a victory torch surrounded by 13 stars, symbolizing the original 13 colonies that declared independence in 1776. Every bicentennial quarter bears the dual date 1976, even though the coins were struck during 1975 and 1976. The inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, United States of America, EPLUOBUSUNUM, and quarter dollar make it one of the most recognizable American coins in modern history. The reverse design was created by Jack L.R. after winning a nationwide design competition, while the obverse portrait of George Washington remained based on the classic design by John Flanagan. The colonial drummer represents the courage and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought during the American Revolutionary War. The torch symbolizes freedom, while the 13 stars commemorate the original states that united to form the nation. Because of its patriotic symbolism, the bicentennial quarter is often considered one of the most meaningful circulating coins ever produced by the United States Mint. This quarter was minted at 3 different facilities. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia, those with a D were produced in Denver, and those with an S came from San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver versions were struck in copper-nickel clad for circulation, while San Francisco also produced collector editions in both clad proof and 40% silver compositions. More than 1.6 billion bicentennial quarters were minted, making them common in circulation, but high-grade uncirculated examples, silver proofs, and certain era varieties remain highly sought after by collectors. Although millions still exist today, not every bicentennial quarter has the same value. A circulated copper-nickel example is generally worth 25 cents to about $2, depending on condition. Brilliant uncirculated pieces can sell for $5 to $30, while certified mint state examples with exceptionally high grades may bring $100 to several $100s. The 40% silver collector versions often sell for $10 to $30, with premium examples worth even more. Rare certified coins graded at the highest levels by professional grading services have occasionally sold for thousands of dollars, especially when they possess outstanding eye appeal or remarkable preservation. Some of the most valuable bicentennial quarters are those with minting errors. Collectors eagerly search for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, wrong planchet errors, and dramatic die cracks. These mistakes occurred during the minting process and can greatly increase a coin's desirability. An authenticated major error coin may be worth hundreds or even several $1,000s, depending on rarity and condition. Because of this, many collectors carefully inspect every 1976 quarter they encounter, hoping to discover an overlooked treasure hiding in ordinary pocket change. The phrase EPLUOBUSUNUM is a traditional Latin motto meaning, out of many, one. It reflects the union of individual states into a single nation. In God We Trust has appeared on most U.S. coins since the 19th century and serves as the country's official national motto. Liberty represents the ideals upon which the United States was founded. Together with the colonial drummer, these inscriptions transform the bicentennial quarter into more than just currency. It becomes a miniature historical monument celebrating the birth of the American nation and its enduring democratic values. Many people believe every bicentennial quarter is rare simply because it carries the dual date 1776-1976, but that is a common misconception. Since over 1.6 billion were produced, most examples found in circulation are not rare. What makes certain specimens valuable is a combination of exceptional condition, silver composition, certified high grades, and genuine mint errors. Collectors should also beware of exaggerated online claims advertising ordinary bicentennial quarters for tens of thousands or even millions of dollars. Those extraordinary prices usually apply only to unique era coins or the finest certified examples sold at major auctions. Today, the bicentennial Drummer Boy quarter remains one of the most collected American coins in the world. It appeals to history enthusiasts, patriotic Americans, beginning collectors, and experienced numismatists alike. Its connection to the 200th anniversary of American independence, distinctive drummer design, and widespread availability have secured its place as an enduring icon of U.S. coinage. Whether discovered in everyday change, preserved in a family collection, or professionally graded in a protective holder, the 1776-1976 bicentennial quarter continues to symbolize freedom, heritage, and one of the most important milestones in the history of the United States. Coin number 2. The coin you are describing is not a bicentennial quarter. It is the 2000D New Hampshire State Quarter, one of the 50 state quarters released by the United States Mint. The obverse displays George Washington with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and United States of America, while the reverse honors New Hampshire with the famous Old Man of the Mountain, the state motto Live Free or Die, the year 1788, marking New Hampshire's ratification of the U.S. Constitution, and EPLURBUS UNUM. Although millions of these quarters entered circulation, the coin has become increasingly popular among collectors because of its historical symbolism, unique design, and the fascinating story behind the natural rock formation that inspired it. Many people mistake it for a bicentennial quarter because it is an American commemorative style design, but it belongs to a completely different coin program. One of the reasons this quarter attracts so much attention is the story of the Old Man of the Mountain itself. For centuries, a remarkable rock profile overlooking Franconia Notch appeared to resemble the face of an elderly man gazing into the distance. It became New Hampshire's best-known natural landmark and a symbol of pride throughout the state. Sadly, in 2003, the rock formation collapsed due to natural erosion, making the image on the quarter a lasting memorial. Today, the coin preserves the memory of a landmark that no longer exists, giving it emotional significance that extends beyond its face value. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark, produced hundreds of millions of these quarters for circulation. Because such a large number was minted, the average circulated example is generally worth only its face value of 25 cents. Even so, collectors continue searching through rolls of quarters because condition plays an enormous role in value. Coins that remain brilliant, uncirculated, and free from scratches or wear are considerably more desirable than ordinary pocket change. A coin that has never entered circulation can command a premium, especially if it displays exceptional luster and sharp details. The most valuable examples are usually those that combine outstanding preservation with unusual minting errors. Collectors pay close attention to double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, rotated dies, and wrong planchet errors. These minting mistakes are uncommon because they occur during production rather than by design. When authenticated by respected grading services, dramatic error coins can become the highlights of advanced collections and often sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Their value comes from rarity, collector demand, and the uniqueness of the error rather than from the age of the coin itself. Stories frequently circulate online claiming that ordinary New Hampshire state quarters are worth hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. These claims create excitement, but they often leave out an important detail. Nearly every record-breaking coin sold for extraordinary prices possessed something exceptional, such as a major mint error, an incredibly high professional grade, or an extremely unusual production characteristic. A normal circulated 2000D quarter found in change does not suddenly become worth millions simply because it carries the New Hampshire design. The real excitement lies in discovering an authentic rarity, not an ordinary circulation strike. Collectors examining this quarter should carefully inspect both sides under good lighting. Strong lettering, crisp design details, original mint luster, and the absence of heavy wear all improve desirability. The edge should display the normal copper-colored core found on clad quarters, and any unusual appearance should be evaluated carefully before assuming it is rare. Damage caused after the coin left the mint, such as scratches, polishing, corrosion, or machine alterations, generally reduces value instead of increasing it. Patience and careful observation are far more rewarding than believing every sensational claim seen on the internet. Beyond its collectible appeal, the New Hampshire quarter represents American history and identity. The year 1788 commemorates New Hampshire becoming the 9th state to ratify the United States Constitution, a crucial step that allowed the Constitution to take effect. The state motto, "Live free or die," reflects the importance placed on liberty and independence throughout American history. Combined with George Washington's portrait on the obverse, the coin serves as a small but meaningful reminder of the nation's founding principles and the heritage of one of its original states. For collectors, the greatest satisfaction comes from understanding why a coin is valuable rather than hoping every coin is a hidden fortune. Knowledge about mint marks, strike quality, grading standards, historical significance, and genuine mint errors allows collectors to separate ordinary coins from truly exceptional examples. While most New Hampshire quarters remain common, a carefully preserved high-grade specimen or an authenticated error can become an impressive addition to a collection and may continue increasing in value as collector demand evolves over time. Ultimately, the 2000D New Hampshire State Quarter is admired not because every example is rare, but because it combines history, artistry, and the excitement of the hunt. Millions of people have handled this coin without realizing the remarkable story it tells about a vanished natural monument, a proud state, and the continuing fascination of American numismatics. Whether it remains worth only 25 cents or becomes a prized collectible depends entirely on its condition, authenticity, and rarity. That possibility keeps collectors searching through rolls of quarters every day. Hoping the next coin they examine could be the one extraordinary discovery that transforms an ordinary piece of change into a memorable treasure. Coin number 3. The 2007 Idaho State Quarter is one of the most memorable coins released under the United States Mint's famous 50-state quarters program. Although many people simply call it the Idaho Washington Quarter, its official name is the 2007 Idaho State Quarter, struck at the Philadelphia Mint and identified by the P Mint mark. The obverse features the timeless portrait of George Washington with the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and United States of America, while the reverse proudly displays the state of Idaho with the peregrine falcon soaring above its breathtaking landscape. The state nickname, the year 1890, the motto ESTOPRPTUA meaning, Let it be perpetual, and EPLUOBUSUNUM. This quarter is much more than pocket change. It is a miniature tribute to American history, wildlife, and state pride. The Idaho design celebrates the state's admission to the Union on July 3, 1890, when it became the 43rd state of the United States. The reverse design was chosen to represent Idaho's rugged mountains, untouched wilderness, and remarkable natural beauty. The peregrine falcon was selected because it symbolizes freedom, speed, and resilience, while also highlighting successful wildlife conservation efforts in Idaho. Every detail on the reverse was carefully created to tell the story of a state known for its forests, rivers, wildlife, and outdoor heritage. Because of its striking appearance, the Idaho Quarter quickly became one of the most admired designs in the entire State Quarters series. The Latin phrase ESTOPRPTUA, meaning Let it be perpetual, has served as Idaho's official state motto since territorial days. These words express the hope that Idaho's beauty, freedom, and prosperity will endure forever. Another famous inscription EPLUOBUSUNUM translates to out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the American states into a single nation. Along with liberty and in God we trust, these inscriptions transform the coin into a symbol of both national identity and state heritage, making it meaningful far beyond its 25-cent denomination. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these quarters for circulation, which means most examples remain common today. A circulated 2007 Idaho quarter is generally worth only its face value of 25 cents, while attractive uncirculated examples often sell for a few dollars depending on their condition. Coins with brilliant original luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear are significantly more desirable than those that have spent years in circulation. Certified mint state specimens with exceptionally high grades can command much higher prices because they are increasingly difficult to find in perfect condition. The greatest excitement surrounding this quarter comes from rare mint errors. Collectors carefully search for double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, rotated dies, and other production mistakes. These errors occurred during the minting process and make each affected coin unique. When authenticated by professional grading companies, dramatic error coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Their rarity lies not in the design itself, but in the unusual circumstances under which they were struck, making them prized discoveries within the numismatic community. Many stories on the internet suggest that every Idaho quarter is worth thousands or even millions of dollars simply because it is old or carries an attractive design. In reality, that is not how coin collecting works. The overwhelming majority of 2007 Idaho quarters remain ordinary circulation coins worth face value. Only exceptional pieces with major mint errors, remarkable preservation, or unique characteristics achieve substantial values. Understanding this distinction helps collectors appreciate genuine rarities rather than unrealistic claims that often circulate online. Collectors who examine the Idaho quarter closely often notice the exceptional craftsmanship of its design. The soaring peregrine falcon appears powerful and graceful, while the outline of Idaho beneath it creates an instantly recognizable state symbol. The combination of wildlife and geography gives the coin a distinctive appearance, unlike many other state quarters. Because of its artistic balance and symbolic meaning, it remains one of the most visually appealing coins in the entire 50-state series, attracting both beginning collectors and experienced numismatists alike. The historical significance of this coin extends beyond its collectible value. It commemorates Idaho's journey from frontier territory to statehood while celebrating the conservation of one of North America's fastest birds. The peregrine falcon itself represents one of the greatest wildlife recovery stories in modern history after populations rebounded through dedicated conservation efforts. This connection between history, nature, and national identity gives the coin a lasting educational value that continues to inspire interest years after its release. Today, the 2007 Idaho State Quarter remains a favorite among collectors because it combines beautiful artwork, meaningful symbolism, and the excitement of searching for rare high-grade or error examples. While most pieces are still worth only 25 cents, exceptional specimens with flawless preservation or genuine minting errors can become valuable collector's items. Its enduring popularity proves that the true worth of a coin is not measured only by money, but also by the history it preserves, the stories it tells, and the possibility that an ordinary-looking quarter could one day become an extraordinary treasure. Coin number 4. Have you ever wondered whether an ordinary-looking quarter in your pocket could hide an extraordinary story? The coin bearing the inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, United States of America, quarter dollar, the D Mint mark, South Carolina 1788, the Palmetto State 2000, and EPLUOBUSUNUM is not a bicentennial quarter, but the 2000 D South Carolina State Quarter, issued as part of the historic 50 State Quarters program. Although millions of these coins entered circulation, They continue to capture the imagination of collectors because every coin carries the possibility, however small, of being an unusually preserved specimen or a genuine mint error that stands apart from ordinary examples. The reverse of this quarter was designed to celebrate the heritage of South Carolina, one of the original 13 states that helped shape the history of the United States. The year 1788 marks South Carolina's ratification of the United States Constitution, while the nickname, the Palmetto State, honors the palmetto tree, a lasting symbol of courage and resilience. The reverse also features the Carolina wren, the yellow jessamine flower, and the outline of the state, creating a design that reflects South Carolina's natural beauty, history, and identity. Every detail on the coin was chosen to tell a story rather than simply decorate the metal. The obverse continues the classic portrait of George Washington, surrounded by the familiar inscriptions that have appeared on American coinage for generations. Liberty represents the nation's founding ideals. In God We Trust reflects the official national motto, and EPLUOBUSUNUM, translated as Out of Many, One, symbolizes the union of individual states into one nation. Together, these inscriptions make the quarter more than a piece of currency. They transform it into a small historical document that people can carry in their pockets every day. Because the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of South Carolina quarters, the overwhelming majority remain common. A typical circulated example is generally worth only 25 cents, while attractive uncirculated coins often command a modest premium among collectors. Coins that retain their original mint luster, sharp details, and untouched surfaces become increasingly desirable, especially when certified in exceptional mint state grades. Collectors understand that condition can dramatically influence value, even when the design itself is common. The true excitement begins when a collector discovers an authentic mint error. During the striking process, rare mistakes occasionally occur, producing coins with double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, rotated dies, die cracks, or other unusual characteristics. These minting errors are naturally scarce because they were never intended to leave the mint. Once authenticated by professional grading services, significant error coins can attract strong collector demand and may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and visual appeal. Sensational stories often claim that every South Carolina quarter is worth millions of dollars, or that simply finding one guarantees instant wealth. Such claims create excitement, but rarely explain the complete picture. Extraordinary prices are almost always associated with coins that possess exceptional rarity, major minting errors, or the finest certified grades known to exist. An ordinary circulation strike found in everyday pocket change is unlikely to reach such values. The real treasure lies in identifying the uncommon qualities that separate an exceptional coin from millions of ordinary examples. One reason collectors admire the South Carolina quarter is its artistic balance. The graceful Carolina wren, the blooming yellow jessamine, the sturdy palmetto tree, and the state outline combine to create one of the most elegant designs in the entire state quarters program. The imagery celebrates wildlife, history, and state pride in a single composition, making the coin memorable even for people who are not serious collectors. Its beauty has helped ensure its lasting popularity since its release in the year 2000. For experienced numismatists, collecting is never simply about searching for money. It is about preserving history, studying minting technology, understanding grading standards, and appreciating the craftsmanship behind every design. A coin like the 2000D South Carolina quarter demonstrates how a common circulation issue can become highly collectible when found in extraordinary condition or with a genuine production error. Every roll of quarters examined carries the possibility of revealing a remarkable discovery that has gone unnoticed for years. The 2000D South Carolina State Quarter remains an enduring reminder that every coin has a story worth telling. While most examples are worth only their face value, the finest preserved pieces and authenticated error varieties continue to attract collectors around the world. Its connection to American history, distinctive state symbols, and the ongoing search for rare varieties ensure that this quarter remains one of the most fascinating modern U.S. coins. The greatest reward for any collector is not believing every claim of hidden millions, but recognizing the authentic characteristics that can transform an ordinary quarter into a genuinely valuable numismatic treasure. Coin number 5. Imagine discovering a simple quarter in your pocket that carries far more than 25 cents in history. The coin inscribed with Liberty, In God We Trust, United States of America, $quarter, the D Mint Mark, Wyoming, 1890, the Equality State, 2007, and EPLUOBUS UNUM is officially known as the 2007 D Wyoming State Quarter. Despite being mistaken by many people for a bicentennial quarter, it actually belongs to the famous 50 state quarters program introduced by the United States Mint. Its striking design, historical significance, and the possibility of finding rare era varieties have made it a favorite among collectors around the world. The reverse of the Wyoming quarter celebrates the state's admission to the Union in 1890 and proudly displays the famous bucking horse and rider, one of the most recognizable symbols in the American West. The inscription, the Equality State, reflects Wyoming's remarkable place in history as the first U.S. territory to grant women the right to vote, earning worldwide recognition for its commitment to equal rights. More than just a state nickname, it represents a milestone in American democracy and makes this quarter one of the most historically meaningful coins in the State Quarters series. The obverse continues the timeless portrait of George Washington, surrounded by the familiar inscriptions Liberty, In God We Trust, and United States of America. The phrase EPLUOBUS UNUM, meaning out of many, one, emphasizes the unity of the 50 states within one nation. Together, these inscriptions transform the coin into a lasting symbol of American heritage. Every element was chosen carefully so that even an everyday circulating coin could tell a powerful story about the nation's values, traditions, and history. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D Mint mark, produced hundreds of millions of Wyoming quarters for circulation. Because of this enormous production, most examples found in everyday change are worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, collectors know that rarity is determined not simply by mintage, but by condition. Coins with brilliant mint luster, razor-sharp details, and virtually flawless surfaces become increasingly scarce as time passes, making certified high-grade examples significantly more valuable than ordinary circulated pieces. The greatest excitement surrounding the Wyoming quarter comes from genuine mint errors. During the minting process, rare production mistakes occasionally occur, including double dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, clipped planchets, rotated dies, die cracks, and wrong planchet strikes. These unusual errors are highly desirable because each represents an unexpected event at the mint. Once authenticated by professional grading services, exceptional error coins can attract intense bidding from collectors and may sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity, quality, and visual appeal. Many sensational headlines claim that every Wyoming quarter is worth millions of dollars, but experienced collectors understand that such stories leave out essential facts. Extraordinary auction prices are generally achieved only by coins with remarkable minting errors, extraordinary preservation, or unique characteristics verified by professional grading companies. A normal 2007 D Wyoming quarter found in circulation is not automatically a fortune simply because it bears an attractive design. The real challenge lies in recognizing the rare features that truly separate valuable coins from ordinary pocket change. One of the reasons this quarter remains so popular is its unforgettable artwork. The bucking horse and rider has represented Wyoming for generations and appears on state license plates, official documents, and numerous state symbols. The dynamic image captures the spirit of the American frontier, reflecting courage, independence, and determination. Its bold design stands out among modern American coins and continues to attract both experienced numismatists and beginning collectors who appreciate coins with strong historical identity. For serious collectors, the Wyoming quarter offers much more than financial value. It serves as a reminder of Wyoming's pioneering role in expanding voting rights and preserving the traditions of the American West. Studying this coin encourages an appreciation for history, engraving, minting technology, and the importance of condition and authenticity in numismatics. Every coin tells a story, and the Wyoming quarter tells one of equality, resilience, and frontier heritage that continues to inspire collectors years after its release. The 2007 Wyoming State Quarter remains one of the most admired issues in the State Quarters program because it combines history, symbolism, and the excitement of searching for rare varieties. While the overwhelming majority are worth only 25 cents, exceptional mint state examples and authenticated mint errors can command substantial premiums in the collector market. Its lasting appeal proves that the greatest treasures in coin collecting are found not in exaggerated promises of instant wealth, but in understanding the history, craftsmanship, rarity, and genuine uniqueness that make a coin truly extraordinary. Thank you for your support and watching this video, and please subscribe to my channel.